Yes, dear students, in this session we are going to learn about coordination number in solids as well as close packing structures of solids. So first let us see what is the coordination number in case of solids. So dear students, you know that in solids atoms are closely packed. Atoms are closely packed like this. So if I consider a particle, this one, so see, two atoms are in close contact with this particle. Two particles are in close contact with this marked particle. Then I say the coordination number of this particle is 2. Hope you understand the definition. So for this particle I am describing the coordination number, it is 2 because it has two nearest neighboring particles. Nearest neighboring particles in the sense two particles are touch with this particle, hence its coordination number is 2. So now what is coordination number? So coordination number is the number of nearest neighboring particles, to a given particle in a crystal. So in a crystal lattice, how many number of atoms or particles are attached to a given particle, that itself is its coordination number. So it is the number of nearest neighboring particle, particles to a given particle, in crystal. So now see here, two atoms are in closely contact with this particle, that's why its coordination number is 2. If the arrangement of particle is like this, so what would be the coordination number of this particle? So I can say the coordination number of this particle, which is marked here. See, four particles are in close contact with this particle. So that's why the coordination number of this particle is 4. So similarly we can describe the coordination number for simple cube, BCC and even FCC also. Simple cube, BCC and even FCC, HCP or CCP arrangements also. So for simple cubic structure, for simple cube, coordination number is 6. So for BCC structure or BCC unit cell, so one particle is in contact with 8 other particles, so that's why coordination number of each particle is 8. So for FCC unit cell, the coordination number is 12. So later we will come to know how FCC has 8 particles, how FCC has one particle attached with 12 particles in close packings. Okay, so this is about coordination number in case of solids. Next one is close packed structures of solids. We know what is close packing or close packed structures. So in solids, atoms or constituent particles are closely packed. It means we have a minimum vacant space between them. In solids, constituent particles have closely packed, leaving a minimum vacant space between them, that is called close packed structures. So this close packing can be described in three ways. So close packing in one dimension, close packing of particles in two dimensions, as well as close packing in three dimension also. So first, what is close packed structures means? So in solids, particles are closely packed. Particles are closely packed, leaving minimum vacant space, between them. So this is called close packed structures. Next, close packing in one dimension. So what happens in close packing in one dimension? So when we discuss close packing in one dimension, so let us take particles, and all particles are constituent particles are arranged in a single line. It means after arranging all the particles in the single line, you will get only one axis, that is called one dimensional close packing. So close packing in one dimension may looks like this. So we have to arrange all the particles in a single line. When we arrange all the particles in the single line, so what will be the coordination number of each particles here? See, I have marked a particle. In close packing in one dimension, if you consider the coordination number of this particle, now you are able to tell me the coordination number of this particle is 2. So in close packing in one dimension, the coordination number of each particle is 2. When all particles are arranged in a single line, the arrangement is called close packing in one dimension. Close packing in one dimension. Okay, so it means to say that in close packing in one dimension, only particles are arranged in a single layer, or particles are arranged in a single line. Now, but taking these rows or these lines, that is particles, closely packed particles in one dimension, we can construct close packing in two dimensions. So now these rows can be placed one above the other in two different manners. These rows can be placed one above the other in two different manners. Hence, close packing in two dimension are of two types. So let us see what are the two different types of close packing in two dimensions are present. Yes. So this is the close packing in two dimensions. I have already told you the close packing in one dimension layers can be arranged one above the other in two different manners. So the one possibility is What is the first possibility means? We can arrange these layers, exactly one above the other. As our diagram shows, how we have arranged these different rows one over the other. If you have a close look on this diagram, you will come to know the particles are aligned horizontally as well as vertically. The particles are aligned horizontally as well as vertically. So now, why the name given square close packing? See that marked one. So in this close packing, each particle is in contact with 4 different particles. Each particle is in contact with 4 different particles. Hence, the coordination number of each particle is 4. Coordination number of each particle is 4. So once again you look at the diagram. If you join the centers of these 4 spheres which are marked there, after joining the centers of these attached particles, you will get a square. So that's why it is called square close packing. So this is the one type of close packing in 2 dimension. So as each particle is attached with 4 different particles, so while joining the centers of these 4 particles, a square is formed. So that's why this packing is called square close packing. And what is the coordination number of each sphere means, as it is very clear from the diagram, each particle is in contact with 4 different particles. Hence, the coordination number of this square close packing in 2 dimension is 4. So that is about square close packing in 2 dimension. So one more possibility of arrangement of layers is there. So what is that? Let us see. The next possibility in close packing in 2 dimension is how these layers which are in 1 dimension can be arranged in the different way. So that second type of close packing is called hexagonal close packing, or in short HCP arrangement. If you observe that diagram, you will come to know, see the first layer is as it is. In that diagram, the first row we have kept as it is. The spheres of the second row, they are placed above the depressions of first layer. First row as it is. In second row, the particles are placed above the depressions of second row. Once again, if you go to third layer, the arrangement will be same as in case of first layer. I mean to say that the first layer and the third layer, they are similarly aligned. In the same way, the second and fourth layer are also aligned vertically in the similar way. So that is called hexagonal close packing, or HCP, in 2 dimension. So now if you observe this arrangement, each particle is in contact with 6 other particles. So therefore, in hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension, coordination number is 6. Coordination number is 6 in case of hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension, HCP arrangement in 2 dimension. See here, if you consider that marked particles, each particle is surrounded by 6 nearest neighboring particles. So now if you join the centers of these 6 particles, you will get a hexagon. If you join the centers as it is shown in the diagram, so if you join the centers of all 6 contact particles, you will get a regular hexagon, hence the name hexagonal close packing is given. Hexagonal close packing is given. See, 2 types of different layers are present in this arrangement. While in case of first case, square close packing, we have only one type of rows. We have only one type of rows, but in case of in this diagram, 2 different rows are present. That's why we have represented layer as A, second layer as B, again third layer which is similar to first one, that is also A, and fourth layer is similar with the second one, that's why that is also B. So that's why HCP arrangement, HCP pattern will be AB, AB, AB arrangement, what we call AB, AB arrangement, that is hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension. Now by taking these hexagonal close packed layers in 2 dimensions, hexagonal close packed layers in 2 dimension, we are going to construct or we are going to arrange close packing in 3 dimensions. So by using these hexagonal close packed layers, now by using these layers we can arrange the close packed structures in 3 dimensions. So once again, see, during this arrangement, between, though the particles are very closely placed, there are certain gaps. If you observe here, triangular gaps are present between the particles. So however the particle may be arranged, there are certain space left out. The empty space is present, they are called voids. So we will have discussion later what type of voids are present in 3-dimensional close packing. So now let us discuss how particles are arranged in our 3 dimensions. Particles are arranged in 3 dimensions. Once again, 2 types of close packings are possible in a 3 dimension also. What are those? Let us see. Yes, so this is the close packing in 3D, 3 dimensions. So once again I have told you there are 2 different possible close packings are there even in 3 dimensions also. The first one is hexagonal close packing, in short HCP arrangement in 3D. So dear students, in order to construct or in order to understand what is the arrangement in HCP in 3 dimension, first we'll take the layer structure of HCP, hexagonal close packing in 2 dimensions. We have already seen how particles are arranged in HCP in 2 dimensions. By taking these layers, we can construct once again hexagonal close packing in 3 dimensions. See, what is the arrangement means? The first layer, observe the diagram, the first layer it is as it is, we have kept this one. The second layer, the particles are placed over depressions of the first layer. Once again in the third layer, which is very similar to first one, so that's why the third layer is also same as first one. If again the fourth layer will be similar with our second layer. So if the first layer say it is A, then the second layer say it is B. Once again the third layer which is similar with first layer, that's why it is also A. Again the fourth layer will be B. So what type of arrangement is present in hexagonal packing in 3 dimension? So the pattern or arrangement in this pattern of arrangement of particles in HCP in 3 dimension is, we say it is AB type of arrangement. AB type of arrangement. It is very clear from the diagram. if you go on placing hexagonal packed layers one above the other in this manner, we are going to have a hexagon as it is shown in the diagram. Now in this diagram, one more thing you can realize, one more thing you can conclude. So what would be the coordination number of each sphere? You can easily understand in this diagram. If you consider the particle which is surrounded by 6 spheres, see, consider the center particle which is surrounded by 6 particles. Above that particle 3 particles are there. So surely below that particle also 3 particles will be there. So the particle which is surrounded by 6 spheres means already 6 spheres are touched with that particle, again 3 above and 3 below, hence the coordination number in this case is coordination number in hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension is 12. So in HCP arrangement in 3 dimension, the coordination number is 12. Coming to its packing efficiency. So it is a highly efficient structure, highly efficient in the sense, so most of the space is occupied by our particles only. So what is packing efficiency means? So it is the percentage of total space filled by the particles. So this type of arrangement HCP is highly efficient, we say highly efficient, it means 74%. It is highly efficient close packing in which packing efficiency is 74%. It means to say that 74% of the unit cell packing is filled with particles, means 26% empty space is there, 74% space is filled by the particles or atoms. So this type of arrangement is present. Some metals like beryllium, magnesium, even zinc, scandium, etc. So this is about hexagonal close packing in 3 dimensions. So the most important thing is what type of arrangement of particle is present in HCP in 3 dimension. One more question may arise, then you are supposed to write AB type of arrangement. Its coordination number is 12 and packing efficiency of this type of arrangement is 74%. So these are some important things regarding hexagonal close packing in 3 dimensions. Yes, the next one is cubic close packing in 3 dimensions. In hexagonal close packing, the very simple one, 2 different layers are arranged. Hence it is the pattern of arrangement what we call is AB type of arrangement. Next, in cubic close packing, cube means 3. So the 3 different layers are arranged in this diagram. You can see in the diagram. So 3 different layers are present. See, the first layer as it is. Second layer, the spheres of the second layer, the rest over the depressions of first layer. And again in a third layer, which rest over or rest above the depressions of second layer. Hence these 3 layers becomes different. As it is shown in the diagram, if you consider the first layer as A, the second one means the arrangement of second layer is different, say that is B. Again the third layer is arranged differently, say it is C. So now I can say in cubic close packing, that is called CCP in 3 dimension, the pattern of arrangement of particle is ABC, ABC, so on, like this. So very simple one that may be asked for 1 mark in the PU examinations. So what type of arrangement is present in a cubic close packing in 3 dimension means it is ABC, ABC type of arrangement. If you observe clearly that diagram which is present on the right side, so once again what would be the coordination number means in this arrangement also if you observe or if you take a particle, it is also attached with 12 different atoms. So hence in this case also coordination number is 12. Coordination number is 12. So once again, so this type of close packing is also highly efficient, means its packing efficiency is more, or percentage of space filled by the particle is more. So here also highly efficient one. Highly efficient because its packing efficiency is once again 74%. So this type of CCP, so this type of CCP, cubic close packing in 3 dimension, it is going to form FCC unit cells, FCC unit cells. So that's why while discussing coordination number, we have told you the coordination number of FCC unit cell is 12. So not only FCC, CCP, cubic close packing in 3 dimension, HCP, hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension, FCC, HCP, CCP. So in these 3 different arrangements we have coordination number 12 that we need to remember. So this type of cubic close packing arrangement is present in the metals like silver, even gold, copper, nickel, etc. So this type of arrangement is present some metals like silver, gold, copper or nickel, etc. So this is about cubic close packing CCP in 3 dimension. Yes dear students, next we will discuss about voids. See whether if you take close packed structures of 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions, means in CCP arrangement or HCP arrangements in 3 dimensions, so voids are present. In HCP arrangement I have shown you triangular voids which are present between them. So totally in a 3 dimensional close packing 2 different voids are present. Let us discuss what are those and how the arrangement will be. So voids means it is the empty space present between the spheres or particles of the crystals. So what are voids means? It is the empty space present between spheres or particles in a crystals. It is the empty space present between particles or spheres. Particles or spheres in a crystal. So now there are 2 types of voids, especially when we consider close packing in 3 dimensions, so we have 2 types of voids are observed. The first one is tetrahedral voids. So see how a tetrahedral void is formed means, say if so in cubic close packing or hexagonal close packing, so different 2 dimension layers we have kept. Okay, so there we may come the arrangement of particles like this. So these are the three spheres of the first layer. Above this we are going to place one more layer such that the second layer is placed above the depressions of first layer. Means the particle in the second row, it is placed over depression or the empty place present between these three spheres like this. Now you consider the empty space present between these four atoms or spheres. So now there is a hole or there is an empty space present between these four particles. Now if you arrange, if you draw or if you join the centers of these particles, if you join the centers of these four spheres, you will get a geometry like this. If you join the centers of these four spheres, you will find a geometry like this, which is called tetrahedron. Which is called tetrahedron. Hence, this void is called tetrahedral void. Tetrahedral void. So now, how can I describe tetrahedral void? Means a void surrounded by four spheres. You can see in the diagram. A void which is surrounded by four spheres. When the centers of these four spheres are joined, a regular tetrahedron is formed. Such a void is called tetrahedral void. A void which is surrounded by four spheres. When the centers of these four spheres are joined, it must form a tetrahedron. So such type of voids are called tetrahedral voids. A void surrounded by four spheres or four particles, four spheres. When the centers of these spheres, are joined, a regular tetrahedron is formed. A regular tetrahedron is formed. So such a void is called tetrahedral void. Now coming to what is the coordination number of this sphere, it is very clear from the diagram. So this void is surrounded by or closely attached with four spheres. So therefore coordination number of this void is, its coordination number is 4. So this is about tetrahedral void. Hope it is clear. So this void is surrounded by four spheres, so that's why coordination number of tetrahedral void is 4. Okay, as there is a formation of a regular tetrahedron when the centers of these spheres are joined, hence it is a tetrahedral void. Next coming to octahedral void, that is second type. Yes, the second type of void is octahedral void. So see this arrangement. So three spheres are of the first layer, so which is shown by the yellow color. I hope it is not clear. Okay, so three different spheres are there, which is shown by white color. So they are arranged differently. If I join the centers of these six spheres, if I arrange the centers of these six spheres, so these are first three which is present at the bottom. So next three spheres, if I join the centers of these three, I will get, after joining the centers of these three, I will get a diagram like this. So this is a octahedral diagram because it appears like this. What is this? Octahedron. Okay, so a void which is surrounded by 6 spheres, when the centers of these 6 spheres are joined, a regular octahedron is formed. Such voids are called octahedral voids. So here is the octahedral void. So void surrounded by 6 spheres and the centers of these are joined, a regular octahedron is formed. So such a void is called octahedral voids, as there is a formation of octahedron. Okay, so once again, what is the coordination number? So coordination number of this type of void is, so it is very clear. So this void is surrounded by 6 spheres, so that's why coordination number is 6, we can write. Okay, so this is about the voids. So now we have tetrahedral voids as well as octahedral voids in our close packing in 3 dimensions. Now the question comes, how much number of tetrahedral and octahedral voids are present in a close packed structures? So that can also be described by a simple formula. Say, if the number of close packed spheres be n, then the total number of octahedral voids generated would be n, and total number of tetrahedral voids generated would be 2n, we can say. So that is the generalization. When we consider the number of close packed spheres, we will be able to calculate or will be able to say how many number of tetrahedral and octahedral voids are present in our crystal system. Yes, if the number of close packed spheres is n, say it is n, then number of octahedral voids generated would be, will be n only, and the number of tetrahedral voids generated are 2n. So now if you come to know how many number of close packed spheres are present in an arrangement, you will be able to calculate how many number of tetrahedral and octahedral voids are present in that system. Okay, so now based on the number of voids, so let's have an example for this realization or generalization. Okay, so if you consider a FCC unit cell, how many close packed spheres we have? 4. The number of close packed spheres or number of atoms or particle per unit cell of FCC is 4. So now the number of octahedral voids in the FCC arrangement will be, if close packed sphere is n, octahedral voids are also n. Means if 4 particles are present, then the octahedral voids generated are also 4. What about the number of tetrahedral voids? It is 2n, means 4 into 2. So there would be 8 tetrahedral voids are present in FCC arrangement or FCC structure. So now we may ask 2 mark problems. So problems on formula of the compounds, so which are based upon tetrahedral and octahedral voids. So let's say 2 simple problems in order to understand how to frame the formula of a compound by using the voids. Okay, so let us see the problems. Yes, here is a problem on formula of the compound. A compound is formed by 2 elements. So generally, whenever such type of problems are given, what are the different elements present in that compound? First it will be given. Atoms of element Y as anions make CCP. So arrangement is given. So you have to find out the arrangement. It is important one. So that only gives how many close packed atoms or spheres are present in that particular arrangement. And those of element X as cations occupy all octahedral voids. What is the formula of the compound? See, this one is a very simple problem. So such type of problems may be asked for 2 marks in PUC examinations, as well as even these type of problems are appearing for CET and NEET exams also. So very simple. See, atoms of the elements Y as anions make CCP lattice. Atoms Y forms CCP lattice. So Y forms CCP. So then what is the number of Y? So as it is forming CCP, the number of atoms of Y will be 4. So number of Y is equal to 4. Number of atoms of the Y is equal to 4 because it is forming CCP lattice. Next coming to, once we know the number of close packed atoms, that is 4, and X occupy all octahedral voids. If the number of close packed sphere is n, then the octahedral voids are also n. We know that concept. So based on that concept, you have to solve this one. See, the element Y present is 4. Element X occupy octahedral voids. So X occupy octahedral voids. So how many X will be present? So as X is present in octahedral voids, as the number of close packed spheres Y is 4, then the X which occupy octahedral voids means the number of X that is equal to 4 only. We have already studied, if the number of close packed sphere is n, then the number of octahedral voids generated would be n only. So what is the ratio of the element X and Y? The ratio of elements X and Y, ratio of elements X and Y are 1:1, means 4:4 is there. We can simplify them as 1:1. So therefore formula of compound is equal to atoms X and Y, they are present in 1:1. That's why the formula of the compound is XY. So this is a important 2 mark question and even 1 mark question in case of CET. So we'll discuss one more problem to understand how to calculate the problems on formula of a compound. So the second problem is, atoms of element B form CCP lattice and those of element A occupy 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. So in these type of problems, you have to notice 2 points. So generally the number of elements will be given and where these elements are present will be given. So the element B forms a CCP lattice. As soon as we see B is forming CCP, means the number of atoms of B will be 4, because in CCP the number of atoms or number of close packed spheres will be 4 only. So as soon as we see tetrahedral voids, if B is 4, then what would be, if the number of close packed sphere is 4, then what would be the number of tetrahedral voids? It is 2n. 2 into 4, that is total octahedral voids would be 8. So 2/3 later we have to make it and we have to cross multiply to get the formula of the compound. It is very simple. So see here, so atoms of B forms CCP, right? Atoms of B form CCP. So number of atoms of B will be 4. Okay. So next one, here is A. The element A is present in tetrahedral voids. Element A is present in tetrahedral voids. The element A is present in tetrahedral voids. So number of A will be, so what is the number of A? So if the number of close packed sphere is n, then the number of tetrahedral voids generated will be 2n. So that's why it is 2 into 4, that is equal to 8. So we got the number of atoms of B and number of atoms of A. But what is given in the problem? Only 2/3 of tetrahedral voids are occupied by A. It means 2/3 of tetrahedral voids, 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. In tetrahedral voids, which atom is there? A is there. So 2/3 of tetrahedral voids is equal to, so we have to multiply 2 by 3 into total number of tetrahedral voids, that is 8. So it will be 16 by 3. 16 by 3. So now what is the ratio of A and B? Ratio of A and B. So how many A are there? See here, it is 16 by 3 is to, what is, how many number of B is there? It is 4. So now you cross multiply. So formula of the compound is equal to, formula of the compound, see how many A is there? A is 16 by 3 and B is 4 times. Now you cross multiply this one. A 16, B 3 4s are 12. So therefore simplify this one, you will get A4 B3. I have divided it by 4. 4 4s are 16, 4 3s are 12. So therefore the formula of the compound is A4 B3. So whatever the elements may be given, so the method of solving the problem remains same. You have to understand how many close packed spheres are present in simple cube, BCC and FCC, even CCP and SCP lattice also. Then definitely you will get how much tetrahedral and octahedral voids are generated. Okay, by calculating that one you can easily solve these type of problems. So they may appear for 2 marks in the examination, PU examination. For CET and all, you will get 1 mark for this type of problem.